But we can't move over yet because we're doing the section one. After these pieces, we're not doing the Shadera. Say no bands, so we're fine.
Yain da 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 yain da 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 yain da 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 yain da 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 yain da 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 yain da 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 yain da Yiram hayamu melo, Yiram hayamu melo, Teva beyoshbeha, Yiram hayamu melo. Please join me. Yiram hayamu melo, Yiram hayamu melo, Teva beyoshbeha, Yiram hayamu melo. Nerarodim chaf, la 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 la. Echad harim yeraneinu, ya la 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 la. Nerarodim chaf, ya la 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 la. Yachad harim yeraneinu, Yiram hayamu melo, Yiram hayamu melo. Teva vel yoshbeha, Yiram hayamu melo, Yiram hayamu melo, Yiram hayamu melo, Teva vel yoshbeha, Yiram hayamu melo.
We gather here tonight on this Shabbat for a special musical Shabbat in honor of Israel's upcoming 75th birthday. You will be hearing music from Israeli artists and Israeli composers of liturgical music as we celebrate the great miracle that is Israel, which is a beacon to us, a symbol of freedom and of hope and of prosperity, symbol of shelter and peace. It's also Martin Luther King weekend, and we commemorate the memory of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. I want to invite you to allow the celebratory music we sing tonight to let it into you, to form as melodies that sing the songs of freedom. And what does it mean to be a free people? And to ask yourselves, while letting that music of freedom in, If I have freedom and others don't, what is incumbent upon me to do to help give that freedom to others?
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Ina Horn, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Anshe Emeth Memorial Temple. The new year has begun with all kinds of new challenges and possibilities. One of the ways we strengthen and guide ourselves is by stepping back each week for Shabbat, a time for clarification and reflection, and we hope tonight's service will bring you strength, joy, and some clarity as we go through the week, month, and year ahead. Now let us bring light to this dark time of year by inviting Feliciki to light the Shabbat candles and lead us in the blessings that may be found on pages 2 and 3 in your prayer books. Shabbat Shalom.
I already lit the Shabbat candles at home because I didn't know I was going to do it here, but it's okay. I can do it twice. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivonu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commands us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We continue on pages 20 and 21 for L'chadodi.
שמוע וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מכרם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, כה מצאים מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה, התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קורבה אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה. התעוררי התעוררי, כי באורי קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לדודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, לא תבושי ולא תיקל ממה תשתוקי ומה תמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי ונבנתה יראתי לה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. והיו היהודים שיסה שוסייך, רחקו כמבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהי, כמסוס קטן על כלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי בית אדוני תריצי, אל יריש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה, יאי די 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 די, יאי די 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 די, יאי די 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 די, יאי די די
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We continue with Chatzi Kaddish on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
בעלמא תברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי כל וביומי כל ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen.
We rise in either body or spirit for the Baruch Hu on page 28.
Yai dai da dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai da dai, yai dai da dai, yai dai 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 dai. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed. Yai dai da dai, yai dai da dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai da dai, yai dai da dai, yai dai 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 dai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro mariv aravim v'chochma poteach she'arim uvitfuna mishaneh itim umachalif et hazmanim umisader et hakokavim v'mishmeroteam barakia kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or ma'avir yom u'mevi layla Mavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavot shemo, El chai v'kayam tamid imloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hamariv aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael amchavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael amchavta. Ahavat olam, otanu lemadeta. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael amchavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael amchavta, Ahavat olam, otanu lemadeta. חוקך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד. אהבת עולם אותנו לימדת, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נהגה יומם ולילה, ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. אהבת עולם אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Shem kevod malchuto leolam vaed. Baruch Shem kevod malchuto לעולם ועד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
On the top of page 39, standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. on the bottom of page 43. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are our true protection and safety, and in your presence our acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, hapares sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת, ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. וקורא עונג וקורא עונג, ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. עם מקדשי שביעים, כולם ישבעו ויתענגו מטובך, ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. וקורא עונג וקורא עונג, ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. בהשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו חמדת ימים אותו קראת, זכר למעשה בראשית. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. וקורא עונג וקורא עונג, ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת. שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו ואהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים. צומק רופאים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. יכלוך על גבורות, ומגרום אליו, מלך מנהיג ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקיים הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעלו בסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue now with Tefillat Halev, the personal and private prayer of the heart, either using the words found in your Siddur up to page 63, or more importantly, the words inscribed upon your heart, after which, please be seated.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. לה 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 Yadadai, ladadai, ladai, yadadai, ladadai, ladai, yadadai, ladai, ladai, yadadai, ladai, yadadai, ladadai, ladai, yadadai, ladadai, ladai. Oh, say shalom bimroma, Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Yadadai ladai ladai yadadai ladai yadadai ladai 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 ladai ve'imru amen. There is so much one can say about Israel's 75th anniversary as a state, Medinat Yisrael. But this is only one small chapter in the history that goes back well over 3,000 years. Yet this is a chapter that affects our lives almost every day. The establishment of the State of Israel was miraculous, especially for the time. But it showed once again the journey of a people and the struggle with the land, a land that started with a journey to the unknown, to have a relationship with God. Sometime in the 8th century BCE, the prophet Isaiah described the amazing potential this land had with 3 terms for desolate places. Midbar, the wilderness, Tziyah, the dry place, the desert, and Arava, the rift valley, where tectonic plates literally pull apart from each other. Yet add a little water, add a stream, and how it transforms the landscape. It breaks through the rifts and cracks, and it teems with life. Yesusu Midbar is an example of that.
Yesusu midbar v'tziyah, Yesusu v'tagel arava, Yesusu v'tifra kavavatzel, Yesusu v'tifra kavavatzel, Yesusu yinifkebu b'midbar v'tagel Yesusu, 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 midbar v'tziyah, Yesusu, v'tagel arava, Yesusu, v'tifra kavavatzel, v'tifra kavavatzel, Yesusu, Yesusu, yinifkebu b'midbar Yesusu, 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 ותגל, ותגל, תגל ערבה, ותפרח החבצלת, ותפרח החבצלת. כי נפגעו במים המים, וחלים בערבה. כי נפגעו במים המים, וחלים בערבה. Yesusu mi bavetsia, ותגל, ותגל, תגל ערבה, ותפרח, ותפרח החבצלת, ותפרח החבצלת.
Jerusalem, the city of peace, moves further back into antiquity than Israel itself. The heart of the old city of Jerusalem, complete with its high walls and gates, are a marvel even to this day, and shrouded in histories of 3 different faiths. Another synonym to Jerusalem, and its metaphorical Sion, literally the highest point. Some would say that it is the point closest to God. In this next setting, words also from the book of Isaiah, music from our own Dave Schlossberg. Simchu et Yerushalayim, v'giluva kol ahava. Rejoice with Jerusalem and be glad for her, all you who love her. Love peace, Am Yisrael, all you people who struggle with God. Simchu et Yerushalayim.
Simchu et Yerushalayim, Begiluva, Begiluva. Simchu et Yerushalayim, Kol ohavecha. Yerushalayim, Begiluva, Begiluva. Simchu et Yerushalayim, Kol ohavecha. Lema'at ta'amotzu, Ve'hitanat mitzis kevodah. 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 Simchu et Yerushalayim, Begiluva, Begiluva. Simchu et Yerushalayim, Kol ohavecha. Hinei noteh lecha kenahar shalom. Hinei noteh lecha kenahar shalom.
Throughout ancient history, Israel, and within it Jerusalem, has been conquered over 40 times. And yet I believe its pursuit of peace has helped it to keep in the hearts and minds of Am Yisrael, the Jewish people. In 1948, with the establishment of the State of Israel being the most recent iteration of the hope of every Jew, to see peace in our time, and with it, the dream of Zion, the vision of the perfected land of peace. It's imbued in Israel's national anthem. The text comes from a poem from Naftali Herz Imber called Tikvatenu, first published in Jerusalem in 1886. It soon became popular throughout the Jewish world, and in 1933 was adopted as an anthem of Zionist movement by the 18th Century Congress. Upon the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948, lyrics with Naftali Herz Imber, while the music, Samuel Cohen, is credited with the music for Hatikva in a musicologist, Astrith Balstan books, the musicologist Astrith Balstan's book, Hatikva, Past, Present, and Future. He wrote, "It is not true that the Hatikva melody came from Smetna's 1874 piece, De Moldo, played frequently on the radio and in concert halls. The Hatikva melody has traveled the world for centuries, almost like the diaspora Jewry. Baltzan discovered that the Hatikva melody goes back 600 years to a Sephardic prayer for dew, Birkat Hatal. Smetna's De Moldo, like Hatikva, was part of a nationalist uprising. The Czech composer thought, a national movement is like a river. You can't stop the water, just as you can't extinguish hope. I ask for the moment for you not to join in, but to listen to this beautiful rendition of Hatikva by famous Israeli composer Paul Ben Chaim." Let us hope that the struggle for peace will end soon. May it happen in our time as it can begin in every heart. Let it happen in the place that's close to God's heaven, in Zion, and in renewed hope. Happy anniversary, Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom once again. Just a few quick announcements before we conclude our service. First of all, thank you very much, and Yasher Koach, to the cantor and the choir and the band for a lovely special musical Shabbat, and it was one of the best versions of Hatikvah I've heard, so thank you very much. A couple of things happening this month. On Saturday, January 21st, is our next Women's Spirituality Group's Rosh Chodesh for Shabbat. They'll be at 10:45 Saturday morning. On Sunday, January 22nd, is our next Keepers of Jewish Excellence with Jonathan Shasner giving us an update. He was with us a couple of years ago talking about where we were standing with the Middle East process. In particular, he was talking about dynamics between Hamas and Fatah. He's going to give us an update in terms of what's been going on the last couple of years and how we have been progressing towards peace, or perhaps not. So that'll be a very informative Keepers of Jewish Excellence. I also want to highlight that it is time for our annual cabaret night, and for the first time in 3 years, we're bringing back the potluck and all the entertainment to come. You should be seeing that email. You should be seeing the link for it in your email to RSVP. If you want to bring in a potluck, by all means, please do so. Remember, it is BYOB, so it's good to be back and having a good time together. That's going to be January 28th at 6 o'clock, starting with the dinner, and then the entertainment to follow. At the conclusion of our service, we're going to be joining together in Lippman Hall for Kiddush and Motzi, and the opportunity to greet one another. On this Shabbat Eve, as we join together as one congregation to celebrate creation and the joy of life and living, we turn our thoughts to those in our community for whom life has become precarious because of health or hospitalization. O God of healing in our hearts, we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers together with the prayers of those who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen them the healing powers you place within us all, and guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and their families, and may they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu hu yavarech hacholim, ufuata nefesh ufuata guf, hashta'a b'ga'ala v'zman kariv v'nomar. Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless those in need of healing, and may God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, as together we say, Amen.
Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak veYaakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah, Hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak veYaakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah, Hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim. El na'refana la, el na'refana la, el na'refana la, el na'refana la. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak veYaakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah, Hu יחרה וירפא את
We continue now on page 282 as we rise neither body or spirit for a leaning.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 285. Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד.
Yesh kochavim sho'aram magia arza. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest skies, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. With hearts that ache and are saddened, we name now those whom death has recently taken from us, those whose families are observing the Shloshim. We remember Tef Landis, husband of John and brother of Mickey and Linda. We remember Doris Dare, wife of Joseph of blessed memory, mother of Michael and Barbara, and grandmother of Eric and Adam. We remember Paula Curl, sister of Mark of blessed memory, and Marjorie, mother of Tracy and Saul Fink, and grandmother of Adam and Brandon and Morgan. We remember Florence Schwartz, wife of Sanford, blessed memory, aunt of Stephen and Suzanne Peskin. We remember Sally Schur, wife of Melvin of blessed memory, sister of Milton and Ruth Pat, both of blessed memory, mother of Kenneth and Liv, Anne and Myron and Howard. And we remember Shelley Weissman, wife of Donald of blessed memory, sister of Hilly and Sue of blessed memory, and aunt of Ellen and Eddie and Joanne. And on this Shabbat, we also recall those dear ones who died at the season in years past and whose names we record with love in our service booklet this evening. Their names are forever bound to our hearts and are permanently inscribed throughout our building. And if you're joining us tonight online to say Kaddish for a loved one, please say their names aloud at home or type their names into the chat. That way we can lift up the names of your loved ones together with you. And if you're here in person to say Kaddish for a loved one, please say their names as I look around the sanctuary.
Elizabeth Fall.
Joe Robert Goldberg. Stanley Habits.
Zichronam livracha. May all their names and memories only be for a blessing. I invite all the mourners, if able, to rise for Kadisha Tom, Mourner's Kaddish, on page 294. Yitkadal, v'yikadash, Shmei Rabbah, v'almad yivrach ruteh, v'amlich mafuteh, v'chai yichon v'yomechon, v'chayed kol Beit Yisrael, v'agalav v'zman kariv v'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mivrach le'olam alamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei d'Kudashah b'richu, Le'elami kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran v'yama v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. May the source of peace bestow peace to all who mourn, and may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved, as we say, Amen.
Oh, say shalom, Yiromah, Uyaseh, shalom.
We close our service this evening with the singing of Yom Zeh LeYisrael, found on page 330 in your prayer books. We rise. Yom Zeh LeYisrael ora v'simcha, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat menucha. Yom Zeh LeYisrael ora v'simcha, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat menucha. Tzivita pikudim b'ma'amad Sinai, Shabbat u'moadim lishmor bechol shanai, la'aroch lefanai mas'et va'arucha, Shabbat, Shabbat menucha. Yom Zeh LeYisrael ora v'simcha, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat menucha. Yom Zeh LeYisrael ora v'simcha, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat menucha. Kiddashta v'rakta oto mikol yamim, v'sheshet kelita melechet olamim, bo matzeo agudim hasketo v'itcha. Shabbat, Shabbat menucha. Yom Zeh LeYisrael ora v'simcha, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat menucha. Yom Zeh LeYisrael ora v'simcha, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat menucha.
May hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose, and may all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Amen. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Nice seeing you with you. Always a pleasure.